Cheerful greetings to you all, dear students. This is Mrs. Clara from Mount St. Joseph Higher Secondary School, your Maths teacher. Dear students, on behalf of our Mount St. Joseph family, we wish you all a prosperous and a happy new year 2021. Dear youngsters, we all know that the year 2020 has left an indelible mark in all our life. Even though we are in the moments of challenging, this year 2021 will provide definitely a tremendous opportunities to come out of all of us with the best version of ourselves. Dear students, let this new year 2021 be the year of blessing, dedication, courage and commitment. So with this refreshing thought, let's get into our maths class today. Shall we continue with the class now? Okay students, before getting into this fifth sum, shall we recapitulate what we have learnt in our previous classes? Yes, of course. So we have learnt what is meant by a vector, what are the components of those vectors, and we found there are two products which are termed as dot product and cross product, isn't it? So we have seen there are two products in vector, one is dot product, the other one is cross product. Okay, for dot product, the other name for dot product is scalar product. The other name for cross product is vector product. So as we know, we used to denote the symbol dot for dot product and we'll use cross for cross product. These things, definitions, introduction we have learnt in our previous classes, isn't it? Okay. Now separately we have definitions for dot product as well as cross product. So we have dealt the sums based on dot product in our exercise 8.3. Okay. Now let's recapitulate. Let's revise what we have learned, the definition of dot product. Okay. Now A vector dot B vector. So A and B are two vectors. Now we are going to find the product between A vector and B vector. That too very specifically we are going to find the dot product. So the definition for this A vector dot B vector is equal to modulus of A vector into modulus of B vector into cos theta. Yes or no? So with this same definition, we will be able to find the value of the angle between two vectors. So whatever may be the vectors, what are the names mentioned there? If it is going to be the definition between B vector and C vector, then our definition will be B vector dot C vector will be equal to modulus of B vector into modulus of C vector into cos theta. Is it clear for you? Okay. So in general, we are going to use the terms as A vector and B vector. So with the help of the same definition, we are going to find the value for what? Angle between these two vectors. So what will be cos theta? Cos theta will be equal to A vector dot B vector divided by modulus of A vector into modulus of B vector. Yes or no? So this is going to be the formula to find what? Angle between two vectors. Okay. So now with the help of this same definition, we have done variety of problems and we have discussed few problems in our previous video. Now let's continue with the remaining sums. Okay. So very simple sums over here. Now look into this question, what is given in our fifth sum. If A vector, B vector, C vector are three vectors such that A vector plus 2B vector plus C vector equal to 0 vector and modulus of A vector equal to 3, modulus of B vector equal to 4, modulus of C vector equal to 7, then find the angle between A vector and B vector. Okay, so very specially the clue given is A vector plus 2B plus C vector is given to be equal to what? 0. Okay, now again the modulus magnitude values are given. With the help of these informations, I am going to find very specifically angle between A vector and B vector. Okay, now in order to find the angle between A vector and B vector, I am going to use the hint what is given here. What is that given? Tell me, given information is A vector plus 2B vector plus C vector equal to 0 vector. Yes or no? with the help of this information only I am going to proceed on to find the value. Okay, so as I told you already, very specifically look into this. I have to find the angle between A vector and B vector. So what we are going to do, I am going to hold on only with A vector and B vector on the left hand side. I am going to take the C vector towards the right hand side. Okay, because I am going to find the value of the angle between A and B. If they have asked you as creative question, find the angle between B vector and C vector. So what you will do, you will have the B vector and C vector on all LHS, and you will shift on this A vector to the RHS. Is it clear for you? Okay. So now A vector plus 2B vector is equal to minus C vector. Is that no? Okay. Now we are going to make some modifications in this step, which is going to be a very important keyword for you. Okay. So in order to, we are going to make some changes, isn't it? For that, what is the clue now? See, look into the values given here. It is given to be for what? Modulus of A, modulus of B and modulus of C. Yes or no? So what I am going to do? I am going to take modulus on both sides. Shall we? Okay. So A modulus of A vector, modulus of 2B minus modulus of C vector. Is it clear? Not only this, one more modification I am going to do. I am going to square on both sides. So squaring, I am going to squaring on both sides. Yes, both sides, LHS and RHS. So what I will get? Modulus of A vector plus 2B vector the whole squared is equal to minus C vector the whole square. Okay. Now as usual, what do we have? A plus B the whole squared format. So I am going to expand that in that format. So what I will get? Look into this. Modulus of A vector the whole square plus 2 into B vector. Now look into this. This 2 is a scalar. So 2 into B modulus the whole square means the constant will become what? 4 modulus of B vector the whole square. Is it clear for you? So I will give the magnitude at modulus value only for what? B vector alone. Okay. So on squaring I will get 4 into modulus of B vector the whole square. Now plus A squared plus B squared plus 2AB. 2 into A into 2B. Yes or no? So what I will get? Plus 4 into A vector dot B vector. So when we find the product, we should not use what? Modulus here. Modulus of A vector dot B vector. You should not use it. Is it clear? So without the modulus, you are going to use the term it as what? A vector dot B vector is equal to minus C the whole square will become what? Modulus C the whole square. Is that no? So negative will become what? Plus. Okay. So now the things are ready now. Now what I am going to do? I am going to substitute the values given in the information. Okay. Now look into this. So 3 the whole square. The value is 3. So 3 squared is what? 9. Is that no? Very straight away I am writing it 9 plus 4 into B. Modulus of B is what? 4. So it is 16. Is that no? Plus 4 into A vector dot B vector equal to, what is modulus of C? 7. So 7 squared is what? 49. Okay. So 9 plus 64 plus 4 into A vector dot B vector equal to 49. Is that no? Did you understand? Okay. Now adding these two, what you will get? 73 plus 4 into A vector dot B vector equal to 49. Now I am going to find the value of what? Angle between A vector and B vector. So I am going to focus on A vector dot B vector. The rest I can bring it to this side. So 4 into A vector dot B vector equal to 49 minus 73. Is that no? Okay. Now look into this. A vector dot B vector will be equal to, what will be the value now? Minus 24. Is that no? Minus 24 divided by 4. Because it is 4 into A dot B. Is that no? dot b vector equal to minus 24 divided by 4, isn't it? So what is the value now? A vector dot b vector equal to minus 6. Yes or no? Okay. Now again, I am going to substitute the definition. I am in the place of a vector dot b vector. This is the dot product between two vectors, isn't it? So I am going to define this dot product. So it will be modulus of a vector into modulus of b vector into cos theta equal to minus 6. Yes or no? Why did I substitute here? Because that is the definition of what? A vector dot b vector. Now again I am going to replace the values of a vector, modulus of a and modulus of b. So 3 into 4 into cos theta equal to minus 6. So now 3 4s are 12, cos theta equal to minus 6, isn't it? So cos theta will be equal to minus 6 divided by 12. So what will be cos theta now? Cos theta equal to minus 1 by 2. So now what is the meaning of this cos theta equal to minus 1 by 2? So that is the value theta equal to cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. So in our 10th standard we have learnt, isn't it? Theta value is 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree. We have for each value of cos theta we own some values 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2. As I know, the same way you might have not familiar with this. Cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. So now you memorize and keep for cos of 120 degree. Cos of 120 degree, the value of theta is going to be minus 1 by 2. For cos 120 degree, the value is how much? Minus 1 by 2. You have to memorize this. Is it clear? Okay. Now, we are not going to mention it as 120 degree here because you are in higher secondary now. Now, we are going to, you will learn these things in our trigonometry very briefly. Okay. So, now for this sum alone, you can memorize and keep. So, instead of 120 degree, we will write it as 2 pi by 3. 2 pi by 3. You know what is pi, isn't it? What is the value of pi? Pi is 180. So, 2 into 180 divided by 3. So, now look in this 3 1 times 60 times. So, 260 what you will get? 120 degree. So, instead of 120 degree what we will write? 2 pi by 3. So, now what is the value now? For the theta value what we are going to write it here? So, theta is equal to 2 pi by 3. So, the answer for this question is theta, the angle between, they have asked angle between a vector and b vector is theta equal to 2 pi by 3. Is it clear, students? Very, very simple problem. You have to highlight and learn only the clue words alone. So, you are going to start with this clue word a vector plus 2b vector plus c vector equal to 0. So, which they have asked, you are going to keep it on the left hand side, the rest you are going to bring it on to the right hand side and we are going to make small modifications over there. Is it clear, students? I hope you have understood this problem. Very simple, you work it out. Okay, students. Now, shall we continue with the 9th sum now? Already we have completed 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now, look into this. Show that the points 2, minus 1, 3, 4, 3, 1 and 3, 1, 2 are collinear. So, what is the meaning of collinear? Collinear. Co means together. Co means together. Linear means line. So, all the points lying on the same line, is termed as collinear. Co means together. Linear means line. Is it clear, students? Okay. Now, we are going to prove that all these 3 set of points are passing on to the or lying on the same line. Is it clear? Okay. So, now how we are going to prove that they are on the same line? So, using the same concept of angle between, okay, we are going to say that they are all on the same line. Okay. So, now how we are going to define the angle between is angle between the 2 points. Now, we have 2 points. Let us assume we have 2 points A and B. Okay. Now, we are going to say that angle between A and B is 180 degree. Yes or no? The straight line, the angle on the straight line is how much? 180 degree. You have learned in your smaller classes, very smaller classes. Okay, so we are going to prove that the angle between these two are 180 degree. Now, look into this. One more thing you have to memorize, that is cos of 180 degree is equal to minus 1. Cos of 180 degree is equal to how much? Minus 1. Okay, so have this in this also in your mind, so that it will be very useful in order to prove that these points are collinear. Now, let's see how we are going to proceed on to find the points whether they lie on the same line. Okay, now what we are going to do, so now the points are given as 2 comma minus 1 comma 3, 4 comma 3 comma 1, 3 comma 1 comma 2, isn't it? Now I am going to assume that as vectors here. I am going to assume it as vectors. So let us take these as the position vectors. OA vector is equal to 2i vector minus j vector plus 3k vector. Is that no? Along with the components I have written 2i minus j plus 3k. Now what is OB? The same method you write. OB is 4i plus 3j plus k. Now next one OC 3i plus j plus 2k vector. Is it clear for you? Okay. Now what we are going to find now? We are going to merge this as AB and BC. Only 2 points. AB and BC. Now look into the diagram. See? A, this is C and this is B. So I am going to say that AB and BC are on the same line. Okay. So now you know that in physics you have learned, isn't it? How will you write AB vector? How can we write it as AB vector? It is OB vector minus OA vector. OB vector. This the second one has to come in first term. OB vector minus OA vector. Now look into this OB vector minus of OA vector. So shall we do it very straight? So I am going to subtract from OB OA. Okay. So now 4i minus 2i. What you will get? It is 2i. Is that no? 2i vector. Next one 3j minus of minus j. So what it will become? Plus j. So 3 plus 1 will give you plus 4j. Is that no? Next 1k minus 3k will become what? Minus 2k. Is it clear for you? So this is the value of what? AB vector. Now look into this next one BC. What will be BC vector? OC vector minus OB vector. Okay. So now I am going to subtract OC vector from I am going to subtract OB vector from OC vector. So 3i minus 4i will give you minus I. 3 minus 4i minus 4 will give you minus I. Next one 1j minus 3j will give you minus 2j. Yes. Next one 2k minus k will give you plus k. So this is the value of what? BC vector. Okay. As I told you already, we are going to discuss the angle between AB vector and BC vector. Okay. Now I am going to find AB vector. What angle between? We are going to write angle between AB vector and BC vector. Is that no? Okay. So now cos theta will be equal to AB vector dot BC vector divided by modulus of AB vector into modulus of BC vector. So we are going to find the dot product between AB and BC. Now look into this. I am going to find the dot product between I dot I. Yes or no? Okay. So now look into this. I am going to write 2i plus 4j minus 2k dot, what you will get? Minus I minus 2j plus k whole divided by modulus of this value. So square root of 4 plus 16 plus 4. Is that no? dot again 1 plus 4 plus 1. Look into this, 1 square plus 2 square plus 1. So now look into this, find the dot product. Find the dot product. 2i dot minus I will become minus 2. Yes or no? Next one, 4 minus 2j will become minus 8. Yes or no? Minus into this one is minus 2. Okay, divided by square root of, what is this? Square root of 24. Square root of 24 into square root of 6. Yes or no? Okay. So now what shall we do this? Shall we split this as minus, now what is minus 10, minus 2 minus 10 minus 12 divided by, now look into this, square root of 24 can be modified and written as how? Square root of 3, square root of 4 into 6 into square root of 6. When I take square root of 4, what you will get? 2, isn't it? So what I will get? Minus 12 divided by 2 root 6 into root 6. Now what will be root 6 into root 6? It will become 6. So what will be our answer now? Minus 12 divided by 2 into 6. So now 12 and 12 is getting cancelled. So cos theta equal to minus 1. Yes or no? So now cos theta equal to minus 1 means theta will be equal to cos inverse of minus 1. As I told you, for which value of cos I will get the value of minus 1? It is 180. So theta is equal to how much? 180 degree. Now look into this. The angle between these two vectors, AB vector and BC vector, is what? 180 degree. So if it is going to be 180 degree, as we discussed already, 180 degree means it is a straight line. So all the 3 points are lying on the straight same line. So we can demand that these 3 points given are said to be collinear points. Is it clear, students? It's very simple. So listen to the class properly, work it out the problem, and you will get the answer very correctly. If you get any creative sum out of this model also, you should be able to find the answer for this. Is it clear? Okay, students, shall we continue with the next sum now? Yes. Now very important sum. This is on exam point of view. This sum is very important sum. So please listen carefully. If A vector and B vector are unit vectors. Now look into this, unit vectors. What does this unit vectors means? Unit vector means the magnitude of A vector and B vector is unit. Unit is 1. So what is given here? Magnitude. What does that magnitude means? Modulus of A vector. So modulus of A vector and modulus of B vector is equal to 1. So this is the meaning of A vector and B vector are unit vectors. So if we say they are unit vectors, their modulus value is going to be equal to 1. Okay. Now then theta is the angle between them. What? A and B. Now with the help of this information given, we have to show that sin theta by 2 is equal to half into modulus of A vector minus B vector. Is it clear? Now we are going to start this proof along with this clue. So very important. Look into this. What is the clue? It says modulus of A vector minus B vector. If you have minus, please do consider the minus identity. If you, for in the next subdivision, we will have plus. If you have plus, you can consider the plus identity. So now we are going to consider, so this is going to be the important keyword to start up with. So we are going to consider, assume or consider modulus of A vector minus B vector the whole square. So what is the value of this? Now A minus B the whole square is modulus of A vector the whole square plus modulus of B the whole square minus 2 into what you will get? A vector dot B vector, as we discussed already. Yes. So though it is modulus value, when it comes to the dot product, we will write as it is A vector dot B vector. Okay, now look into this. We are going to substitute the values now. Already we know that modulus of A, modulus of B is equal to 1. So what you will get? 1 plus 1 minus 2 into. Again I am going to substitute the definition here. What is the definition? Modulus of A into modulus of B into cos theta. Yes or no? Okay. So now 1 plus 1 is 2 minus 2 into. Again modulus of A vector is 1. Modulus of B vector is 1. So what I will get? Minus 2 into cos theta. Yes or no? Okay. Now look into this. 2 is common in both the terms. So I am going to take it common. 1 minus cos theta. Shall we rewrite like this? I have taken 2 common. Okay. Now this is also a very important thing you have to memorize. That is in the trigonometric identity. It is a formula identity. Okay. So instead of 1 minus cos theta, please do memorize. So 1 minus cos theta can be rewritten as 2 into sin square theta by 2. 2 into sin square theta by 2. So in the place of 1 minus cos theta, I am going to rewrite it as 2 into sin square theta divided by 2. Okay. So look into this. I am going to substitute. So 2 into, what I am going to write? 2 into sin square theta by 2. Yes or no? What is the value of this? Modulus of A vector minus modulus of B vector, the whole square. Okay. Now look into this. Write and keep this and highlight this. Okay. Yes. Now the next one. Now look into this. I am going to rewrite it. Now what I have on the RHS, 2 into 2 sin square theta by 2, isn't it? So modulus of A minus B the whole square equal to 4 into sin square theta by 2. Okay, in the proof I don't want the whole square, only I need modulus of A vector minus B vector alone. So I am going to remove this square. How? I am going to take square root on both sides. So taking square root on both sides, taking square root on both sides. So what I will get? Modulus of A vector minus B vector is equal to 2 into sin theta by 2. Is that no? Okay. Now look into this. I need the value of sin theta by 2. So I am going to take this 2 to that side. So half into modulus of A vector minus B vector is equal to sin theta by 2. Is it clear? So therefore sin theta by 2 is equal to half into modulus of A vector minus B vector. Hence it is proved. So very simple proof. What you are going to do, we are going to start up with this clue. So you have to memorize this. Okay, so this clue where do we get? From the proof itself. Okay, so for each problem we have a keyword. So we have to highlight on the particular keyword alone. Okay, the same way we are going to proceed on with the cos theta by 2 with the help of modulus A vector plus B vector. Okay, students, will continue and will prove the second subdivision now. What we have to prove? The same information, A and B are unit vectors are given and theta is angle between them, and we have to prove now cos theta by 2 equal to half into modulus of A vector plus B vector. Is it clear? Okay. Now we are going to assume, already we know that unit vector, so modulus value, modulus of A vector is equal to modulus of B vector is equal to 1. So now as I told you, this is going to be a very important keyword. We'll have it from the clue where modulus of A vector plus B vector. We have plus, isn't it? Okay. So now we are going to assume modulus of A vector plus B vector the whole square will become modulus of A vector the whole square plus modulus of B the whole square plus 2 into A vector dot B vector. Now I am going to substitute it as 1 plus 2 into, again substituting the definition of A vector dot B vector, I get modulus of A, modulus of B into cos theta. Again substituting the values, I will get 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 into 1 into 1 into cos theta will give you the value 2 cos theta. Again taking the same constant to outside, so I get 2 into 1 plus cos theta. Again you have to memorize this trigonometric identity. It is 1 plus cos theta. I will write it here. 1 plus cos theta is equal to 2 into cos square theta by 2. Is it clear? Now listen carefully. Always cos is positive. You just have it in mind as a clue word. Cos is positive. So 1 plus cos theta means it is 2 into cos square theta by 2. If it is going to be minus, sine is always minus. Okay. So 1 minus cos theta will become 2 into sine square theta by 2, what we have used in our previous first subdivision. Okay. So please do memorize this. Now instead of 1 plus cos theta, I am going to substitute this as what? 2 into cos square theta by 2. Yes or no? Okay. Now proceeding in the same way, what I will get? Now look into this. So modulus of A vector plus B vector, the whole squared, will become equal to 4 into cos square theta by 2. Isn't it? Okay. Now again, I don't want the square. So I am going to take square root on both sides. So taking square root on both sides. So what I will get? Now look into this. Modulus of A vector plus B vector is equal to 2 into cos theta by 2. So I need the value of cos theta by 2 alone. So keeping cos theta by 2, bringing this 2 to this side, half into modulus of A vector plus B vector. Yes or no? Okay. So now we got the result. Cos theta by 2 is equal to half of modulus of A vector plus B vector. So we have proved both the results for sin theta by 2 and cos theta by 2. The third result is very simple. We are going to prove by tan theta by 2 with the help of the two results what we have arrived already in first and the second subdivision. Students, shall we continue? Now we are going to prove the third subdivision. Tan theta by 2 is equal to modulus of A vector minus B vector divided by modulus of A vector plus B vector. This is very simple. Already we have proved both the results, isn't it? Sin theta by 2 equal to half into modulus of A vector minus B vector, and cos theta by 2 equal to half into modulus of A vector plus B vector. Now in 10th standard we have learnt sin theta divided by cos theta is equal to what? Tan theta. Yes or no? Okay. So now nothing, instead of theta we have what? Theta by 2. So if I substitute theta by 2 here, I have to write theta by 2 that side also. Okay. So same logic. So what I am going to do with the previous results, what I have already, sin theta by 2 and cos theta by 2, I am going to just divide the first equation by second equation in order to get the result. So very simple. So divide first by second equation. So what I will get? Sin theta by 2 divided by cos theta by 2 is equal to, so half into modulus of A minus B divided by half into modulus of A vector plus B vector. So this half and this half is going to get cancelled. So the result what I am going to get finally is very simple. So it is tan theta by 2 equal to modulus of A vector minus B vector divided by modulus of A vector plus B vector. Is it clear, students? So we have proved the result now, which is the required result. So very simple and very important, students. Shall we continue with the next sum now? 11th sum. Now look into this. Let A vector, B vector, C vector be 3 vectors such that modulus of A vector is 3, modulus of B vector is 4 and modulus of C vector is 5. And each of them being perpendicular to the sum of the other two. Very important. They are being perpendicular to the sum of the other two vectors. Is it clear? So one is perpendicular to sum of the other two vectors. Okay. If this is so, now we are going to find the value of what? Modulus of A vector plus B vector plus C vector. Okay. So first let us take and write what are the given information. So what are the given informations now? Modulus of A vector equal to 3, modulus of B vector equal to 4 and modulus of C vector equal to 5. Okay. So now this is going to be each of them being, so if A vector is there, It is going to be perpendicular. What is the meaning of perpendicular? If two vectors, do you remember in our previous videos we have discussed, if A vector and B vector are perpendicular, then A vector dot B vector will be equal to what? 0. Okay. So we have discussed, isn't it, if and only if condition. If A vector dot B vector equal to 0, then A vector is perpendicular to B vector. Yes or no? Okay. In the same way, we are going to discuss now this A vector is perpendicular to some of the other two vectors. What are the other two vectors? They are B and C. So A vector dot B vector plus C vector is equal to what? 0 vector. Okay. Now what is the next one? B vector is perpendicular to C vector plus A vector equal to 0. What is the next one? C vector dot A vector dot B vector is equal to 0. Now this is what the condition is given. Each of them being perpendicular to the sum of the other two. Is it clear? So this is the meaning of that given statement. So make sure that this is very important. Okay. Now we are going to distribute this dot product between these two. So how can I rewrite this as? Now look into this. A vector dot B vector plus A vector dot C vector is equal to what? 0 vector. In the same way, look into this. B vector dot C vector plus B vector dot A vector equal to 0 vector. The next one, C vector dot A vector. C vector dot A vector plus C vector dot B vector is equal to what? 0 vector. Is it clear for you? So from this only we have, from this only we have distributed the dot product. So this is A vector plus B vector. Okay. Now take this as the first one, second one and third one. Okay. Now we are going to add all the three vectors and we are going to come to a conclusion. Now before adding into this, now look into this. This is a very, very important property has to be discussed, that is dot product is commutative. Dot product is commutative. You know what is meant by commutative, isn't it? So A dot B is equal to B dot A. A dot B is equal to what? B dot A. So this is termed as what? Commutative. So if it is A dot B, then the value of B dot A is also equal. So now what we are going to do, in the place of B dot A, I am going to replace it as what? A dot B, because both are same. Okay. So now let's see what's going to happen. Not only A dot B, if it is going to be B dot C will be equal to C dot B. Did you understand? If it is going to be A dot C, it is also equal to C dot A. Simultaneously, whatever may be the product of two vectors, scalar product, that is dot product, they are commutative. Is it clear? Okay. So now I am going to add all this first, second and third equation. Now look into this. I have A vector dot B vector here. Here I have B vector dot A vector. Okay. So I told you already B vector dot A vector is nothing but same as A vector dot B vector. So how many A dot B I have? 2. So I am going to rewrite it as 2 times of A dot B plus again. Now look into this. A dot C and I have C dot A. As I know, both means the same. C dot A is equal to A dot C. So again 2 times of A dot C plus what is the next one? Look into this. B dot C and C dot B. So again I have plus 2 into B dot C. Okay. So now look into this. Everywhere I have 2. So shall we take it as common? 2 into A vector dot B vector plus A vector, or shall we take it as, I can rewrite it as B vector dot C vector plus A vector dot C vector. Is that no? So now look into this RHS value. All are equal to what? 0. So this value is equal to what? 0. Okay, so from this, can I demand A vector dot B vector plus B vector dot C vector plus A vector dot C vector is equal to 0 vector? Because 0 divided by 2 will become again 0. So, this is going to be a very important condition now in order to find the value of A vector plus B, modulus of A vector plus B vector plus C vector. Okay. So, with the help of this, so I have arrived to this result. Now, I am going to find the value of what? Modulus of A, modulus of B and modulus plus C vector. Shall we find now? Okay. Now, look into this. I am going to find modulus of A vector plus B vector plus C vector. Not just this. So, I am going to find the value of the whole square. Now, A plus B plus C the whole square. What is the formula? Expansion formula you have learned in your 9th standard, isn't it? So, it will become modulus of A vector the whole square plus modulus of B the whole square plus modulus of C the whole square plus 2 times of A dot B plus 2 times of B dot C plus 2 times of C dot A. Do you remember? A plus B plus C the whole squared formula. A squared plus B squared plus C squared plus 2AB, same formula. Okay. Now look into this. Again, I have 2, 2, 2. So shall I put together this one? So this becomes modulus of A the whole square per modulus of B the whole square plus C the whole square plus 2 into common A dot B plus B dot C plus C dot A. Yes or no? Okay. Now look into this. I am going to substitute the values now. Now look into this. A, modulus of A is 3. So 3 squared is 9 plus this one is 16 plus modulus of is 25 plus 2 into 0. Why 0? Now look into this result. A dot B plus B dot C plus A dot C is equal to 0, isn't it? So instead of this value, I have substituted what? 0. So 9 plus 16 is what? 25. 25 plus 25 is what? 50. Yes. Now the value is what I will get here now. So now modulus of A vector plus B vector plus C vector the whole squared is equal to 50. Isn't it? But I don't need the value of the whole square. Just I need the value of A vector plus B vector plus C vector. So taking square root on both sides, A vector plus B vector plus C is equal to square root of 50. Yes, you can remodify this as what? 2 into 25. So this is termed as 5 root 2. So the answer for modulus of A plus B plus C is equal to 5 root 2. Is that no, students? Okay. So this is a very simple sum. So you can try it also. Shall we continue with the next sum? Okay, students. Shall we proceed on with the next sum now? Yes. Look into the 14th sum. 3 vectors A vector, B vector and C vector are such that modulus of A is equal to 2, modulus of B equal to 3 and modulus of C is equal to 4. Now, and also it is given A vector plus B vector plus C vector equal to 0 vector. Find 4 into A vector dot B vector plus 3 into B vector dot C vector plus 3 into C vector dot A vector. Is it clear? So these things we are going to find out of this clue given. Very simple, but step by step you have to find what is A dot B, what is B dot C and C dot A. But it is going to be a very simple sum. Okay. So now with this given result we are going to consider. Now look into this. A vector plus B vector plus C vector equal to 0. 0 vector. Now first one I am going to find the value of A dot B, isn't it? So I am going to keep A and B on the LHS. I am going to shift this C vector towards the right hand side. So A vector plus B vector equal to minus C towards the right hand side. Now we are going to take modulus on both sides. So modulus of A vector plus B vector is equal to minus modulus. Now again squaring on both sides. Square. Okay. So now we are going to square and find A plus B the whole square. So it is modulus of A vector the whole square modulus of b vector the whole square plus 2 into a vector dot b vector equal to, what is this? Minus modulus of c the whole square. Okay, you know all these things. How do we get? We have discussed in the previous problem also. Okay, so now substitute the values given here, modulus values. Yes, so it is 4 plus 9 plus 2 into, again we get a dot b, but I need the value of a dot b. So you just keep a dot b as it is, equal to, it is 16. Yes or no? So now 13 plus 2 into a dot b equal to 16, isn't it? So now what will become 2 into a dot b will be equal to 16 plus 13. If it goes to that side, minus 13. So the answer is 3. So now what will be the value of a vector dot b vector will be equal to 3 divided by 2. Yes or no? Yes? Okay. So box it out and keep. So we found the value of the first one, a dot b. The same procedure has to be done what we have done here in order to find the b dot c. So modulus of b plus c vector the whole square will become what? Minus a the whole square. From where do I get this step? From this step. Yes or no? Look into this. Star. The same thing. Which dot product I need? Those two vectors alone I am going to keep it on the LHS. The rest I am going to shift it on to the right hand side. Okay. So same procedure. The whole square plus c the whole square plus 2 into b dot c equal to modulus of a the whole square. Now look into this. What is b? 3 squared is 9 plus 16 plus 2 into b dot c equal to 4. So now 25, isn't it? 25 plus 2 into b dot c is 25. Now 4 minus 25, isn't it? So 2 into b vector dot c vector equal to 4 minus 25. So now b vector dot c vector will be equal to 4 minus 25 is minus 21 divided by 2. So I got the value of what now? B vector dot c vector to be minus 21 divided by 2. Now the same procedure we are going to find what? C vector dot a vector. Shall we proceed now? Yes. Find for the value of c dot a. Okay. So keeping c and a. Okay. The rest, then what will get? C vector plus a vector is equal to minus b vector. So I am going to take the modulus and square it on both sides. So what I will get? Modulus of c the whole square plus modulus of a the whole square plus 2 into c vector dot a vector is equal to modulus of b the whole square. Yes. So now substitute 16 plus 4 plus 2 into c vector dot a vector is equal to, what is this? 9. So now 16, 20, isn't it? So 2 into c vector dot a vector is equal to 9 minus 20. So what I will get? 2 into c vector dot a vector equal to minus 11. Isn't it? Yes or no? Okay. So now look into this. So c vector dot a vector is equal to minus 11 divided by 2. So now these are the values I have got for all this a vector dot b vector dot c vector and c vector dot a vector. Now I am going to substitute everything here finally and I am going to find the final. So let's find for the value of c dot a. Okay, so keeping c and a, okay, the rest, then what will get? C vector plus a vector is equal to minus b vector. So I am going to take the modulus and square it on both sides. So what I will get? Modulus of c the whole square plus modulus of a the whole square plus 2 into c vector dot a vector is equal to modulus of b the whole square. Yes. So now substitute 16 plus 4 plus 2 into c vector dot a vector is equal to, what is this? 9. So now 16, 20, isn't it? So 2 into c vector dot a vector is equal to 9 minus 20. So what I will get? 2 into c vector dot a vector equal to minus 11. Isn't it? Yes or no? Okay. So now look into this. So C vector dot A vector is equal to minus 11 divided by 2. So now these are the values I have got for all this A vector dot B vector dot C vector and C vector dot A vector. Now I am going to substitute everything here finally and I am going to find the final. So now look into this. I have finalized and written the values now A dot B, B dot C and C dot A. I am going to substitute here. So 4 into, what is the value now? 3 divided by 2. Yes, plus 3 into minus 21 by 2. Yes or no? Next, plus 3 into minus 11 by 2. So we are going to simplify this. So 4 3s are 12 by 2 minus 63 divided by 2 minus 33 divided by 2. Now look into this. Minus 63 minus 33 both are in negative sign. So now the denominator is same 2, isn't it? So we'll get minus 6 minus 96. So now subtract 12 minus 96 divided by 2. So what you will get? That is equal to minus 84 divided by 2. So the answer is minus 42. So what will be the final answer for this? That is 4 into A dot B plus 3 into B dot C plus 3 into C dot A is equal to minus 42. So it's going to be a very simple sum. So we are going to start with this clue: A vector plus B vector plus C vector equal to 0. Is it clear, students? So we have discussed all the 14 sums of this exercise 8.3. What you are going to do, you are going to learn the concept properly so that if you get any of the creative sum, you will be able to attend the this type of problems. Is it clear, students? Thank you.